By the People's Machine, brought to you by Unpaid Gamers. This is my channel, the show, Gaming Roundtable. Pull up a chair if you're able, grab you a cold one, whatever you got to do, because I'm about ready to talk to you a little bit about this game called Dusk Diver that I recently acquired here digitally. It was on sale. There's a big in Japan sale going on, and this was, I don't think, part of that, but it's kind of led me into that. Finding it. It's by JFI Games Incorporated, P Cube Limited in Americas, and a bunch of other people when you look at the titles. It is an anime game, and I do happen to like my anime games. Dust Diver is, it's actually a really fun game to play, and I've been enjoying it, so we're going to do a continue here. I'm going to load this up, and we'll go from there. The game basically deals with a student, a high school student, Yuma, and she finds out that our world exists. There's like the veil, which seems to be a thing now in a lot of games. We're right outside our perceived perception. You can go to these portals that leads you to another world where there are monsters and whatnot, trying to break their way into our world. The game is also has in its gameplay core structure, this is the convenience store that you have a job at, because you're trying to change back into, and when you're in the other world, your hair is all like glowy and you have these abilities, and she wants to get back to normal, so these quote unquote gods, or the Kunlun, which they're called, are also running the store. That's Leo, that's the person that runs the store. It's like she's a porcelain bear, but her spirit resides inside of it, and very Japan, very anime as it goes. It does not have English. It is subtitled in English, and it's actually, the game runs very, very smooth, and the gameplay more or less is open world in many ways. The city, there's Yumo saying "grow, grow." Well, I think it's been watered enough, and little things you can do. I'm supposed to go to the dimensional fissure. There's your gallery there. That's where you save here, and this is like this is where you can like stage select and play through stuff. I have to stage select now for the simple fact that I cannot. I have to have these crystals in order to enter the rift. Here, let me show you what they are. Let me pause it. Those shards there in the middle, you have to have so many to enter each rift, because each time you enter the rift, it's like you might fight harder stuff, but it takes a toll on your body. You have your your general skill trees, and you can level up your characters. Now, Leo, has the friendship meter, obviously, and then Yumo levels up, and so there is the roleplay aspects of the game. And you can level up different aspects, whether, whatever it might take. Leo's basically a summons, and in the other game world, he is essentially you got all these places that I haven't unlocked just yet, but like restaurants, places you can go. I know that later on I've read that you'll find items and stuff in these stores and let you change your outfits. So there is some interesting enough. I have the game Akiba's Beat, and the way they do the people in there, where they're only like silhouettes until you kind of come upon them, is done the same way, even though it's not made by the same people. The engine is very similar, like the way it feels. It makes me feel like I'm playing that game. But I do have to play through one of the areas. Now, this is the open world city, and it kind of, again, I wish, for some reason, they just have it like that, I guess, for it to run better. I don't know. It's not like this is a graphics hog engine or anything like that, but you don't see the people until you're up on them, and then they fade away as you walk away from them, and that's really strange. And again, if you look at the texture work, it's not like this game is causing my PS4 to overheat or anything from the graphical content, but I guess it's just from aesthetics point of view. These people only show up when you're near them, because otherwise you don't really notice people from day to day. You just kind of do your thing and go about your business, knowing people are all around you. You have to go to this fissure, and you got to have crystals to enter it. I do not have enough crystals, but I know I can earn them if I go back and replay a level. And So I'm gonna have to go back to the store to do that. You can hold down the R2 trigger, and it'll help you run faster. Or if you don't, you will run this way, and eventually you speed up. Um, you just eventually start going faster. It's just kind of the way it is. You don't have to click the stick or nothing. Um, its core combat mechanics are incredibly similar to Dynasty Warriors, the Muso series. So it's general Muso abilities where you hit squares, a light attack, triangles, a heavy attack. There's charge moves. I mean, it plays identical. Two squares and a triangle, three squares and a triangle, different attack moves. And you can also end all your combos if you summon Leo with the circle, and he does additional damage. So, and you'll have room for other summons as you play through the game because there's slots there on your controller for that. But I don't have enough to go back, so we're gonna go ahead and you go to Yoshanding. Yoshanding is the other world, and your world is like always on the verge. And these gods, the Kunlun as they're called, they're there to protect certain areas, I guess, of Japan or whatever. There's Leo in this world. He looks like a little lion. You have fiery hair. Uh, uh, that's where you're from. It's the opposite of Zingwinding. If I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I will admit I'm gonna skip past this because I've already read it. It's just exposition. One of the nice things about this, unlike most Japanese games, is there is talking, but not like what you think. Most Japanese games seem to have an excessive amount of talking, and then next thing you know, you're you know you'll do some kind of mission that lasts very little of at all, a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes, sometimes less, and you'll do that. Um, the R trigger now is a dodge mechanic in here. They took the idea of the bullet witch, like witch time. So if you dodge right before they attack, everything slows down. Very Bayonetta near Automata, I mean Platinum Games kind of way. But the game runs very well. It's a very smooth game. But you have your various combos, 2, 3, and then a triangle. I can do 2 attacks, and then it's a spin kick. I can like jump up and just do an attack like that. I can do that. I can finish combos with a circle, and if I finish it instead of with a Y and use a circle to summon Leo, the attack is different, like depending on 2, 3, and then I do that. It does the attack patterns can change 3, 4, and then he's doing kicks there. I can do this, and then he'll pull out. It just helps you get rid of mobs and stuff. You can like knock things up in the air and do juggle attacks. I love that. I like games that let me do that. Once you can lock on to a particular character. I'm gonna see if I can activate the switch time. It's kind of tricky because you have to do it right at the proper exact second, or it does not work. And you have to do it, and it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to dodge and see that coming because the short window is very short in its tell when they're going to attack. See, like you barely seeing it happening, and a lot of times I jump the gun, but I'd like to try to show you what I'm talking about. It's just not easy. It might be easier with one person or two of them trying to attack me. I can switch between characters, obviously. It's just hard. That tell is a very short window. So you know what I mean? Like he jumped, but that tell is hard to see. It wears me out because I can do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and take care of these creatures and wait to the next thing. So you talk to Leo, he can handle it. There you have it. It's good to destroy any of these because you'll find items inside those little Chaos Beast shards. They're worth currency to the little porcelain bear in the convenience store, and you can sell those, which you need money and whatnot for various items and upgrades. This helps get your magic back, and then you keep going forward. Typically these have health in them if you need it, and again, they're fairly generous. I'm playing on the normal difficulty, wall of chaos and blah blah blah, and I can use him to break through it, which is fine. I can go this and he'll break through that wall, bring your power back. Again, the game is very generous with its with what you can do and whatnot, and I do like that aspect. There is exploration. Again, this is basically the same city map, just in the other realm, the veil or whatever they want to call it, the other dimension, upside down, whatever you want to refer to it as, and that's basically what it is. I love the combat because it is like a Musou game, and I do enjoy that. I think it's great that that is in the game. I've been enjoying the game since, and I'm not very far in it, but I like the interaction. I like the fact that when they do have the story scenes or cut scenes or talking, it's not like really long. Most anime games are always crazy long with their exposition. You'll sit there and watch it and watch it and watch it, and then do some battle that takes 2 minutes to get past, and then you're pretty much done. Let's see if we can defeat these guys. Shouldn't be too hard. I can just summon Leo 2 by himself, and then boom, there we go. Yeah, it's actually an awesome game. Like, it's fun to play. The combat is really, really nice. You have a lot of options when it comes to that. I couldn't get the juggle off, but there you have it. You know, you got your dodge again. And you try to get those hits off. It's nice. I'm going to try to do this dodge thing to show you the slowdown time, which is, there it is. And then everything slows down witch time style. You know, for a little bit. And you can increase that with your skills if you want to do that. You also have this ability. You use all three of your magic bars. It's kind of like a screen wipe, almost like the Musou attacks in Dynasty Warriors. This game is great. It is just a fun game to play, and I'm actually really enjoying it and have been enjoying it, and think it's a fantastic game for what I've played into it. I've also read, like I said, that you can actually get other costumes in the game from the different shops as they open up, and it's another one of those wonderful Japanese games where even though you feel like, hey, I'm past the tutorial, you're not. They'll slowly open up every shop after a while. The very Sword Art in the way that they did things. The Sword Art does that, and which drives me nuts. I won't lie, they do that. There we go. It's a juggle combo. Yeah, bring Leo out. You know, 1, 2, 3, spin. See, there's one of his other attacks. I think you got to hit triangle and then what attack you want to use. But it's great. Like I said, I think eventually you'll get other summons, because he's up to the up on the D-pad, as you can see, which is where he's assigned to. And I'm assuming that is what's gonna happen, is you'll be able to get the other summons, and then you'll you could probably either switch to them mid combo or during the combo, and have a variety of different attacks. And again, the game's great for that. I love the feel of it. So far, I haven't found any of those shards. I know I need one more to go to continue through the story. But here we go. Here, trying to get this stuff. Now here's these guys here, and they have shields, and Leo can knock the shields down quickly, like faster than you can. So you have to use this character for that. See, look at big multiple combos, infinite juggles. It's very nice. Like, I love the fact that you can do things like that and take them out before their shield comes back. I do dig that. And keep the combo meter up, and it's just fun. Like, the combos and the combat's excellent. Like, it's really fun to play. And Dust Diver right now is currently on sale for $20, which is absolutely a good deal. It's definitely, I don't know if it's worth the actual original price tag, which I believe is $40. But I do like the graphics. I like the animation. I like it runs like I said, it's butterly smooth. I'm gonna use my super to get rid of these guys, or at least weaken them enough to where I can do these multiple attacks. Now, I just love that, how you can do different attacks and it changes what Leo does. 1, 2, triangle. Or I can go, you know, 1, 2, do the spin attack, boom, and then he comes right down on the attack instead of delaying. It's great, you know, I love that. You gotta fight all these guys. Got rid of these wolf dudes. Try to fight them. Gonna get him with this. Draw out Leo's weapon, essentially. Man, that hurt. Should have dodged that. Yeah, it's definitely an excellent game for its combat. The combat is what really sells. And I do like the fact that in the other world you do kind of go back and forth, and you talk to different people and do different side stuff for them, and you have a friend that calls you and you do things there. So I'm just trying to get through these guys because there's a ton of them to deal with. And again, just excellent all the way around, excellent game for its combat, and you're rated at the end of the mission too, just like most Japanese games. So let's wrap it up. Okay, what are they for? She just tells you what those things are. It's just basically money, and you've basically gotten through the area, and your quest was clear. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of those shards, which kind of sucks. I know and I got a C. I don't know why. That's the second time I played through the mission and I've gotten a C, even though I've done it really quick. So I don't know what the different scorings are supposed to mean, or what is the different things that go, hey, this is your score. And I don't know what determines your score, personally. I don't know. I have no clue about what determines that, because they don't really tell you. Dust Diver basically has a Muso style, you know, gameplay, as I said. And that's great if you love that style of gameplay. You know, it's got a very nice graphic style, and again, it's not nothing to go like, oh my god, it's not a Horizon Zero Dawn, but it does run very, very smooth, no frame rate dips or anything along that lines. You can eventually, I guess, you'll earn those summons. You can buy items here like health potions and stuff you might need. You can talk to these. You get for supplies. You can play through stuff. I like that aspect of the game. I just think it's fun. They say these shards are also, if you explore the city, that they're all around the area. But I've yet to find any. Like, I've not found any just kind of lying around, because you can't really punch or attack or do anything in this particular part of the world. I don't have. It's obviously there's a lot of stores that are available, and they show you that in the menu, but I haven't opened up any yet. I don't have enough shards to actually play